Hello friends, in this video we will be discussing about an important session of the Group 2 and Group 2A examination, that is syllabus discussion. In this video we will be looking into three sections of the general studies syllabus, that is mainly for preliminary examination, which is of objective in nature. The first topic is general science. In general science we must have scientific knowledge and scientific temper. Scientific laws application to understand the past, present and future. Reasoning, the difference between rote learning and conceptual learning. Rote learning means without understanding the concept you are by hearting it. It is by heart learning. Conceptual learning means you are understanding the concept and studying it. So this is the difference between rote learning and conceptual learning. Next, the important topic is scientific innovations. That is also an important topic that you have to study. Scientific laws, mechanics, application of mechanics in everyday life, force, motion and energy, electricity and magnetism, along with these other things, for example, properties of matter that you have to study. Elements and compounds, acid, bases, salts, all these things you have to study very thoroughly. As all of you know that in the case of nature of universe, you have to study certain important topics. With respect to environment and ecology, you have to cover the recent environmental policies and major components of environment and ecology. In the case of life science, you must study the basic concepts in life science. Then you must focus on genetics, physiology, health and nutrition, hygiene, etc. Because all these topics are very important in general studies. The detailed syllabus you can visit in the official notification. The most important topic of syllabus is current affairs. As all of you know that any examiner who is setting the question paper definitely will look into this section of the syllabus, current affairs. So current affairs constitutes the major component of the examination. With respect to current affairs, there are certain sections that you have to study. History. In history, you have to study the prominent personalities and places in India, the profile of the state, national symbol, the basic understanding of the India that you have to be very comfortable with. In the case of polity, you have to give attention to the political parties, various political parties and political system in India, public awareness and general administration, the government schemes, that also you have to pay attention. With respect to economics, current socio-economic issues that you have to study. For example, now Ukraine war is going on. What are all the economic impact of this war? What is the basic reason behind this war? What is NATO forces? What is European Union? All these things you have to cover thoroughly. In the case of science, you have to study the latest innovations or latest science and technology applications. Transport and communication, all these things are very important. With respect to current affairs geography portion, you have to give importance to geographical landmarks. As all of you know that countries are in dispute regarding the border. So all these things will comes under current affairs. Not only this, the eminent personalities of various spheres, art and literature, science, philosophy, etc. you have to study. With respect to sports, the national level sports and international level sports you have to pay attention. Then books and authors. The next topic that we are going to discuss today is geography. In the case of geography, the most important section is Indian geography. Physical features, what are all the landmarks, what are all the mountain systems, river systems in India, drainage system of India. These topics are very important. Profile of different states, what is the state domestic product of each state, that also we have to study. Soils, minerals, metals, all these things. Then wildlife and protection, agricultural pattern in India, how it is affecting the environment, the recent initiatives of the government, welfare programs of the government and their utility, all these things we have to give attention. Not only this, climate change, green energy. These are the some emerging topics which gains importance in our day-to-day life. That also we have to pay attention. Green energy. What is green energy? How the environment is being utilized by the human beings. Environmental pollution. What are all the reasons for different types of environmental pollution? What are all the preventive measures existing? And what are all the preventive measures that has to be employed to address this problem of environmental pollution? Then climate change, what are all the reasons and how the different governments are trying to mitigate the climate change. Natural calamities and natural disaster management, that is very, very important topics, because as you know that in most of the states in India is facing one type of natural calamity or another. So natural disaster management is a key area in which you have to pay important attention. In the case of population geography or social geography, you have to understand the density of population. Density of population refers the number of people residing in a particular square kilometer. Distribution, and what are all the linguistic and other major tribes of India, minorities of India. All these things you have to pay attention and study. Now I discussed most of the important topics which you have to study in science, in current affairs and in geography. I hope all of you clearly understood these three sections very much. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section, and the later part, in the second part of this syllabus discussion, we will be discussing another important topics of this syllabus. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and do recommend this education channel to your friends also. Stay safe and study well. Staying safe is very, very important, because in this examination itself, they have given very much importance to nutrition, health and sanitation. So all these things keep in mind and study well. Thank you.